I see her coming to my direction. In my mind, I'm like, shit, I shouldn't have looked so much. I blew all this. Now, I started high school a month after majority of the kids did, right? But I wasn't the only one, because there was another dude, we'll call him Kelvin, who started the same day as me, and we would end up being in the same class in 8th grade. When we met that day, I gave him a handshake like a gentleman, while he was giving me a ghetto style handshake. And I'm sure in his mind he was just like, what the heck? Since I was new, the usual happened, like I didn't yet fit in a group. Then after school, when we were leaving, I noticed one of the most beautiful human beings I have ever seen. Like, when I say beautiful, I mean, forget about the girls I tell y'all stories about. Well, actually, don't do that, but you get me right. So this is what I did to get noticed by her. I walked extremely slowly in front of her as if my legs were paining, and she said to me, excuse me, and got past. So that was strike one. Anyways, the next day, Kelvin decided to ask her to be his Valentine, but she rejected him respectfully. At this point, me and her are already having lots of eye contact. In one of the classes, we didn't have work, so everyone was chilling in their friend groups. One of the friend groups that I kinda hanged with were playing games, and I wasn't so interested, so I just chilled alone. This other guy was flirting with her, and I would casually look at them. Then I see her coming to my direction. In my mind, I'm like, shit, I shouldn't have looked so much. I blew all this. Hi. Hey, why are you sitting alone? My friends are playing games, but I'm not like interested. Oh, what's your name? Andrew and you? Celine. We were having a conversation, and I'm sure the boys in the class were just like, this nigga is new and he's already talking to the most popular girl in the class. Or that they were expecting me to end up hooking up with this other girl because she was getting to know me. But hey, you know what they say, never let them know your next move. During another class, she came again and sat opposite me and my friend. Since my friend was there, I didn't want to leave him out of conversation, so we all had a conversation, but that didn't stop me from getting her numbers, as she wrote it behind my book. With us having a bond now, when I got a haircut, it felt like she was the first to notice. She would compliment me. When she got a new hairstyle, I would compliment her. Things were going great. And I gotta admit, first few weeks of me having her numbers were just boring. Like, the conversations we had on the phone were just lame. We kind of like stopped talking to each other, which means we spoke for about 2 months and the rest of the year we didn't at all. A year later, she calls me few days before Valentine's. It's all great talking to her again. I think she wanted me to be her Valentine, but that didn't happen. I never asked her. She's still friends with Calvin, so I assume Calvin is now a male bestie, and now she has a boyfriend. She tells me his name, but I don't know the guy. All I knew was that he was in a higher grade. Fast forward, I broke up with my girlfriend in the area, and I texted her about it. She's like, I'm so sorry, Andre. She didn't deserve you. I love you, okay? I texted back, thanks, I love you too. At this point, me and her are having nice convos again on the phone that end with good night, I love you, all that. Then, a stupid younger me on this other day decides to pour out my feelings to her with a picture and those "this could be us" text. That message gets blue ticked. You know why? Because the boyfriend saw the message before her.